In this Brandon's blog, Brandon provides a comprehensive guide to business debt restructuring in Canada, highlighting it as a strategic alternative to bankruptcy for struggling companies. Brandon details both informal negotiation strategies and formal legal frameworks, such as the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Act and the Companies Creditors Arrangement Act. Brandon also discusses the importance of early intervention and the mandatory role of a licensed insolvency trustee in navigating complex creditor relationships. Beyond mere survival, this blog outlines how restructuring can stabilize cash flow, protect personal assets, and preserve jobs. Ultimately, this blog offers a roadmap for rebuilding financial health and achieving long-term corporate resilience. My name is Avatar Ira Smith, president of Ira Smith Trustee and Receiver, Inc. We are a true family business. We are not for everyone, but if we accept you as a client, you can rest assured you will get the best possible professional advice and treated with the utmost of respect. You will always be dealing with a licensed insolvency trustee, never with a clerk or an assistant. So if you or your company are having financial troubles, give us a call today. We are looking forward to helping you. I hope you can watch the rest of this video and that you find the information helpful.
When your company is struggling with debt, it can feel like you're completely alone, just trying to navigate a storm with no map. But here's the thing. You have options, real options that go far beyond just closing your doors. So in this explainer, we're going to map out a strategic path to resilience. We're talking about business debt restructuring. We'll show you how to save what you've built and give your business the second chance it absolutely deserves. So let's just get right to it. Is your business drowning in debt? Are you feeling that constant pressure, the creditor calls, the payments always looming? It's a tough reality for so many entrepreneurs, especially in times like these. But here's the key. Just acknowledging that there's a problem, well, that's the very first step toward finding a real, lasting solution. All right, so here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to unpack the debt dilemma itself. Then, and this is a big one, we'll get into recognizing the warning signs. After that, we'll look at the path to resilience, navigate the options you have, introduce you to the expert who can guide you, and finally, get you ready to take that crucial first step. Okay, first up, the debt dilemma. See, before we can even talk about solutions, we need to get a super clear picture of the problem and why restructuring is so often the most strategic way to tackle it. The most important thing I can tell you right now is this. You are not alone in this, not even close. Countless businesses face these kinds of financial hurdles. And the good news? There's a proven path to breathe new life into your company and protect the legacy you've worked so incredibly hard to build. So, what exactly is business debt restructuring? Well, it's not about giving up. It's a smart, proactive move. It basically means you're reorganizing your company's debts. You're creating a new, more manageable payment plan. The whole goal is to avoid bankruptcy and get your business back to doing what it does best. And it's really important to understand that financial trouble can come from anywhere. We're talking about things like slow sales, crazy high operating costs, a sudden economic downturn, or some totally unexpected event. Nobody plans for a pandemic, right? The point is, it's not always about making bad decisions. A lot of the time, it's just the reality of a tough business world. Okay, that brings us to our second section. And honestly, this might be the most critical one. Recognizing the warning signs. Because when it comes to financial distress, believe me, acting early is everything. And here it is, the key takeaway. The sooner you act, the more choices you have to save your business. It's that simple. If you wait, that path forward gets narrower and narrower, and the problems just get bigger. Taking proactive steps is the single best thing you can do to keep all your options on the table. So, what are you looking for? Well, these are the big red flags. Are you consistently having trouble paying your bills? Have you actually defaulted on a loan? A huge one is if you're using your personal money to keep the business afloat. Or maybe your suppliers are suddenly demanding cash on delivery. If any of this is ringing a bell, that's a crystal clear signal that it's time to get some professional advice. Okay, enough with the warning signs. Let's shift gears and talk about the path forward. This next part is all about the light at the end of the tunnel. Because restructuring isn't just about surviving. It's about setting your business up for real long-term growth. I mean, just think about what a successful restructuring really does. It gives you immediate breathing room. You stabilize your finances, you get to preserve jobs, and you maintain your hard-earned reputation by avoiding bankruptcy. And this is so important. You can protect your personal assets if you've signed any personal guarantees. It really turns a crisis into a powerful opportunity for a fresh start. So now that we've got the why, let's dive into the how. When you're looking at restructuring in Canada, you have a few different options, and we're about to break them down for you. Broadly speaking, your options fall into two big buckets. There's informal restructuring, which is where you try to negotiate new terms privately with each of your creditors. It can be flexible, but you need everyone to agree. Then there's formal restructuring. This is a court-supervised process that gives you some really powerful legal protection from those creditors.
Let's really look closer at this, because the details matter. That legal protection row, that's the game changer. A formal process gives you something called an automatic stay of proceedings. That's a legal order that immediately stops your creditors from suing you, seizing assets, the whole thing. It gives you time and, just as important, the mental space you need to develop a real plan without all that constant pressure. It's huge.
So, with all these different options, how in the world do you navigate such a complex landscape? Well, the answer is simple. You don't do it alone. You need an expert guide to show you the way. And in Canada, that expert is a licensed insolvency trustee, or an LIT. Now this is so important. An LIT is the only professional legally authorized to administer these formal processes. They're federally regulated, and they have a legal duty to give you unbiased advice on all your options. Then they bring a clear, structured process to what feels like a chaotic situation. It all starts with really deep financial assessment to figure out exactly where you stand. Then they help you develop a realistic, solid plan. They act as the go-between with your creditors, and finally, they oversee the whole implementation of the plan. It's a proven roadmap to get you out of financial trouble. And this is really where the human element comes in. Brandon Smith, who's the Senior Vice President at Iris Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc., he just puts it perfectly here. His firm's philosophy isn't just about the numbers and legal rules. It's about people. It's about understanding your vision and the personal toll this takes. It's about finding the best solution for your unique situation, with empathy and without any judgment. Okay, we've covered the problem, the signs, the options, and the process. So now let's talk about the most important part of all, actually taking action. I want you to ask yourself this one simple question. Do you have a good business, with products or services that people actually want, that is just being suffocated by its debt? If the answer is yes, then restructuring is very, very likely the right path for you. Don't let fear or pride paralyze you. Seriously, every single day you wait can limit your choices. So the final question is pretty simple. Are you ready to give your business the second chance it deserves? Your first step is easy, and it comes with absolutely no obligation. Just contact the team at Iris Smith Trustee and Receiver Inc. in Vaughan. You can schedule a free, totally confidential consultation to speak directly with an expert like Brandon Smith. He'll listen to your story and clearly explain your options. You've worked way too hard to let debt be the end of your story. Making this call is the single most powerful decision you can make for your business right now.